Thanks for watching ERi-TV, dear viewers. Welcome to our news broadcast. First, we take a quick look at the major headlines tonight. Meeting on increasing agricultural production and productivity in Kashmir region. Capacity building of teachers at Sawa Vocational Training Center. Tunisia's president dissolves parliament. China decides to restrict the visas for U.S. officials. The governor of the Kashmir region, Ambassador Mahmoud Ali Hurui, stated that strong effort is being exerted in cooperation with government institutions, the public and members of the defense force to boost agricultural production and productivity, as well as to introduce efficient water and land utilization in the region. Ambassador Mahmoud made the statement at a meeting conducted on 28 March in Mansoura with area administrators, members of the Regional Assembly, representatives of the public and government institutions and national associations, as well as village coordinators and army commanders. Ambassador Mahmoud further stated that alongside the implementation of the charted out development programs, sustainable awareness-raising campaigns have been conducted with the objective of boosting production and productivity, as well as efficient use of water resources and land management. Ambassador Mahmoud also called on administrators, village coordinators, and representatives of the public to strengthen participation in the effective implementation of the charted out development programs, indicating that last summer agricultural production has been low due to low precipitation. Ambassador Mahmoud reminded participants to strengthen participation in water and soil conservation activities, as well as storage of crops and fodder for both humans and livestock. Participants on their part adopted various recommendations, including tackling deforestation activities, as well as in immediate response to land allotment for agricultural and grazing activities. Sawa Vocational Training Center has organized capacity building training program for over 100 teachers of the center, focusing at alleviating challenges that could occur during the teaching and learning process. At a meeting held with trainees on 30 March, the director of the training center, Mr. Tasfai Tawalda, stated that the objective of the training is to develop the capacity of teachers with a view to enable them produce competitive and skilled students. He further indicated that the training included material management and archiving, equipment and machineries maintenance, pedagogy and evaluation of activities, preparation of lesson plans and time management, as well as class administration and student management, among others. Trainings on their part underscored the significance of the training and further called for its sustainability. Students' Cultural and Sports Week has been conducted in Fort Sawa subzone from 25 to 28 March. Speaking at the concluding ceremony, Mr. Usman Idris, head of the Ministry of Education branch in the subzone, indicated that Students' Week is part and parcel of the teaching-learning process that is aimed at helping students identify and develop their inclinations and talents and share one another's experience. He also commended all that contributed in the realization of the week. The administrator of Forto Sawa subzone, Mr. Abu Bakr Mahmoud, on his part, stated that the significance of the Students' Week in reinforcing the teaching-learning process and further expressed readiness of the administration to strengthen participation for its sustainability. There are 21 schools in the 13 administrative areas of Forto Sawa subzone currently providing educational opportunities. That was our domestic news. Please stay tuned for the international. Tunisia's President Kais Saied has announced on state TV that he is dissolving the country's parliament 8 months after suspending it. He made the announcement at a meeting of the National Security Council hours after parliamentarians held a plenary session online and voted through a bill against these exceptional measures. Following the online session, Tunisia's Justice Minister Leila Jaffar asked the Attorney General to open a judicial investigation against members of a suspended parliament on charges of conspiring against state security. Local media said Said denounced the parliament's move as a coup attempt and said those responsible had betrayed the nation. Tunisian parliamentarians voted yesterday to repeal presidential decrees suspending their chamber and giving Kais Said near total power, openly defying him in an online session, although he dismissed their meeting as illegal. The former law professor, elected in 2019 amid public anger against the political class, on July 25 last year sacked the government, froze the assembly and seized wide-ranging powers. Said's moves were welcomed by many Tunisians sick of often deadlocks political system that emerged from the revolution that overthrew Zain al-Abidine bin Ali. China has decided to restrict the visas for U.S. officials in response to U.S. visa restrictions on some Chinese officials, a Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman said today. The United States was restricted visas of some Chinese officials for involvement in repressive acts against ethnic and religious minority groups, Secretary of State Antony Blinken said this month. Foreign Ministry spokesman Wang Wenbing said at a daily news conference that Beijing had decided to also impose visa restrictions to safeguard China's sovereignty, security and development interests and protect the legitimate rights and interests of the Chinese people. That was our news. Please stay tuned for a recap of tonight's headlines. Meeting on increasing agricultural production and productivity in Gashbarka. Capacity building of teachers at Sawa Vocational Training Center. Tunisia's president dissolves parliament. China decides to restrict the visas for U.S. officials. It is good night from us.